A very good morning to you all, and welcome to our second weekend of private auctions. We do have my team here this morning. Of course, we've got our bidders on the phone, and they can hear me, so I certainly wish them all the very best of luck. Let's welcome you to our first auction to be held here on the Saturday, the 4th of April at 11 a.m. It's number 16 Nowill Street at Condell Park. Graham Rudder and Patrick Soyou looking after this here will take the opportunity to wish those that have registered by phone bids, and of course to our vendors, we do thank them for their trust and endorsement in Ray White to try and help them here today. Formalities have certainly changed after the last weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Just to reiterate, 4 from 5 sold last weekend, and we certainly congratulate all those vendors and especially the purchasers that took part of those auctions. Let's take you through an auction, the formalities. I will read through some special conditions which relate to an auction sale. From there, I will briefly go through the contract. The contract has been on display, or it's been sent through to you. We ask that you've asked your solicitor to go through that contract. We do ask that you've relied on your own searches and inquiries in relation to both the property and the contract itself. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, following that, a brief description of the home, then we'll go on to the bidding. To bid here today, we have registered the bidders. Those people have sent through to us, and I make it very, very clear. They've sent through a photocopy of their driver's license. They've sent through an authority for us to bid on their behalf, and also for the auctioneer to sign on their behalf if required. And of course, the acknowledgement that a deposit is paid immediately after the auction, and we can do that via BPay facilities. We've got credit card facilities and anything else that had been agreed to before we started. Let's take you through the conditions of an auction sale. They are that the highest bidder is the purchaser, subject to any reserve price. In the event of a disputed bid, the auctioneer would be the sole arbitrator, and the auctioneer's decision is final. I can refuse to accept any bid that's not in the best interest of the seller. So, gentlemen, you have got those bidders on the phone, making sure that that takes place. And of course, I cannot accept a bid after the fall of the hammer. So I will ensure that we're all out before we knock it down and sell it, of course, after we receive authority from our owners. And of course, folks, immediately after the auction, we will then, of course, we'll have our vendors either by way of authority sign the contract, and we'll do that for the purchasers as well. And you'll be able to settle according to the contract. The contract, the sale of land in this instance, is the vendor's agent, being Ray White of Bankstown, Mr. Graham Rudder, looking after this here. Our vendor, as known as per contract. The solicitors, they've allowed for a 42-day completion date. It is offered with vacant possession. The inclusions were nominated for you on contract, the required deposit being 10%, and all other relevant documentation, drainage diagram, of course, the 10.7, and also the title search showing relations with the easements, drainage diagrams, etc. All there, partake in that contract there for you. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about this 550 square metre lot with a 3-bedroom with a home, beautifully appointed. They've gone through and they've fixed that all up for you. And of course, that potential retreat as well. Nicely located, you've got nice, easy access to shops, schools, transport, etc. Only moments, of course, from either the M5s and M4s access through to all that transport for you, and certainly an opportunity, whether it be for an investment, ladies and gentlemen, or for you to live in, it's certainly your opportunity here today. So what we'll do now, folks, those that are on the phone, we'll now hand over to you. We're looking for an opening bid or an offer. So where do you think we'll start? So bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, as our people now talk to our bidders and see what we can do. We're looking for an opening bid. Where do you suggest we start? An opening bid or an offer to start, but you tell me. What do you think? 500. I reckon 5.5, Louis, to start me. Surely somewhere around that to start me.
Only 515, bid of 3.
Righto, 15 to go. Bid of 3, 50. 555, righto, bid of 1, good luck. At 555,000, 65, we'll go in tens, Patrick, have a chat. 60, righto, bid of 3 it is at 560, bid of 3 it is at 560,000. Our people busy away on the phones, let's see what we can do. At $560,000 I've got. At 560, What would you like to do? At 560,000 is the call. Your opportunity here, 70 I'd prefer.
565, Tony.
All right, let's do it. We'll go the hard way. 565, 70 if you like now. What would you like to do? At 565,000 is the bid. At 565 is the call. At 570 if you wish to go with me. Busy away there on the phones there, folks. Be patient with us. At 565,000 it is. There's the bid there. 565 is the call. What would you like to do? At 565 is the bid. 565, 70 it is. Yes or no? 70 it is. Bidder one. Thank you, Louis. I saw you move there. At 570, 75 if you like. At 570,000, it's bidder one. 570,000. 75 back now. 575 is the call. At $575,000. Nice and easy, does it? That's fine, folks. Auction conditions are till midnight. 575,000, and it's confirmed to me it's bidder number 2, which makes you out. Louis, you're handling after bidder 1. 575 is the call. At 575, certainly there. 575. Do we go 80? What would you like to do? At 575 is the bid. Would certainly have suggested that we come somewhere into that. Surely, Louis, around the 600 mark, I would suggest. I think that's where we need to be. 575 if you like. What do you think? At 575,000 is the bid. 580, is it, Louis? 575? Surely, folks, I would have thought. Now, just bear with us, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to allow 580 is the call. There we go. 580 is the bid. We'll go to 85, bidder 1. Bidder 1 it is. At 580 is the call. At 580,000 is the bid. Okay, so instructions are, right, what we're going to do, Patrick, Louis, 650, the vendor bid. We're going to exercise the seller's bid, folks. I think it's only right we do so. This is a 3-bedroom home on 550 square metres of land. So I'm allowed one and one only, ladies and gentlemen, and we've decided we'll have that. At 650,000 is the bid. At $650,000, let's get it to where it needs to be now. What would you like to do? It's the seller's bid, and I make it very, very clear. At 650,000 is the call. At 650 the call. Gentlemen, if you can exhaust your bidders for me. At $650,000, they're busy away there, folks, all on the phone here now. Let's see what we can do at 650,000. It's the first call at 650. I make no mistake, it's with me, it's against you at the moment. At 650,000, and I go second call. At $650,000, if there's no further bid, 650 is the call. Third and final call at 650,000. Gentlemen, if there's no further bid, I'll make it very, very clear. The highest bidder normally has that first right of refusal. If you're not there, we're at liberty to talk to people. Registered or not, we can still talk to them after this. Once I pass it in, at 650, we'll go into negotiations with those 2 underbidders. At 650,000 is the call. Righto, let me call it through. I've been instructed to exhaust it. First call, second, third and final call. You're all done there. All right, well, ladies and gentlemen, we're just a little away on that one there, but hopefully we will advise if something does come good with that. We'll certainly advise at the next auction if our staff will contact you and let you know. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.